Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. It's Wednesday night and time for some NASCAR racing with Racers Elite up first. You're very welcome, guys. Glad we could be here tonight as they take to Pocono with just 2 races left to go in the regular season. And the playoff battles, man, the points are very interesting. Only 3 drivers are locked in, 9 drivers still fighting, and make that 10 when you factor in 2 of those drivers are tied currently for 12th. Things are going to get heated throughout the next few races. Definitely some close points battles out there. Definitely in for a fun night tonight. Don't forget, right after this, we have our regular C12 Motorsports. The Retro Truck Series tonight goes to Old Atlanta. Old Atlanta, always a lot of fun, and we've seen the chaos of New Atlanta quite a bit here lately. So going to Old Atlanta, probably a bit of a refreshing pace. All the drivers are out on track with just about 4.5 minutes left to go in practice. Just enough time to run to the snack bar, get some food, get some drink. While you're standing in line, make sure to hit that like, follow, subscribe. Most importantly, hit that share button. Invite your friends and family out. This one, it's gonna get good. Coming into tonight, Sean Dunaway leads the points over Brandon Honeycutt and Andrew Taft. But here's the interesting one. All 3 of those drivers have 2 wins apiece this season. Will we see a different winner here tonight is the question. It is Pocono, the tricky triangle, and that always throws things up in the air, especially turn 1 and the early laps when everybody is grouped together. Turn 1 does have a tendency to get chaotic. That safer barrier out there, it definitely comes in handy here. So far, 15 drivers getting ready to take to the track here tonight. So far, 16 drivers are still eligible for the playoffs, as we mentioned. 3 locked in, 10 still fighting for position. And those drivers fighting for position, starting from 8th place on back, they are only separated by about 33 points, so could see a big swing out of any of them. Hey, good evening, Jesse, and good luck tonight. And Jesse, trust me, I have taken sucking at iRacing to an art form. I know we've been promising a video explanation for the name. I will try and get to work on that this weekend, because I do get asked that quite often. Points leader Sean Dunaway out on track, currently 5th fastest. Andrew Taft, who's 3rd in points right now, currently the fastest on track. And Brandon Honeycutt, who is 2nd in points, is backed into the pit road wall. Something tells me his pit road entry during practice here went wrong. Yeah, the cone's even knocked over. Pit road here is a fairly easy one to get onto, but because of the width of it and the way it's set up, it can really throw your depth perception off, and I cannot count the number of times I have seen a driver realize too late they are at the cone, they slam the brakes and spin around. Could see a little bit of that here tonight, as over the course of the next 60 laps, the drivers will have to make at least 2 pit stops. Like we said, just a few seconds left to go in practice. Then we'll try and get a look at all your favorite drivers during qualifying and see who will start up front here tonight. As always, if you have a favorite driver in the field, don't forget to drop in the comments. Let us know who you're cheering for here tonight. Definitely in for a wild night of racing here. Whoa, Cody just hanging it all out through the tunnel turn. Gave the wall a little bit of a kiss. Probably not the last time we see that happen tonight. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The drivers head out for qualifying. Ryan Coker sits at the end of pit road, and he begins to roll out for his qualifying run. They do have a longer qualifying session than most leagues. Does give the drivers time to get up, stretch their legs, and take care of everything they need to before they hop in the car to set a fast lap. Aaron Roth now begins to roll out for his qualifying run. Jesse Fox sitting in the end. Here he comes off pit road for his run. As we mentioned, if you've never seen Pocono before, there you go. It is a giant 2.5 mile triangle. And there's actually, although you only see this track 90% of the time, there is actually a road course in the infield that can get a bit exciting. But the drivers aren't worried about turning right tonight. It'll only be left-hand turns. As Ryan Coker comes through the tunnel turn, turn 2, we'll see a lot of battling through that section. That is where a lot of passing gets done. It's very easy to overshoot the corner and just go out and kiss the wall. Hey, good evening, Bama boys. Curtis Eckert now out for his qualifying run. Cody Bonelli out for his qualifying run now, as is Sean Merriman. Truth Hoke out for his qualifying run now. Okay, I kind of was thinking it was you, JR, but I couldn't remember for sure. Kirby Wainscott out for his qualifying run now. Looks like he had a problem. He takes it back, gets started again. Brandon Honeycutt out for his qualifying run. The man who is second in points, 17 points behind the leader. Jesse Fox just topped the leaderboard over Curtis Ecker. It is early in qualifying, but that lap was quite good. These Xfinity cars, as we always talk about, they have almost as much power as the older Cup car. However, they do not have nearly the aerodynamic downforce. Makes them a bit of a handful. We'll see a lot of guys come into turn 3 in a four-wheel drift as their tires wear tonight. Truth Hope just went to the top of the board. Kirby Wainscott now out on track. Looks like several more starting to head out now. Cooper Redditch heads out for his qualifying run. And our points leader, Sean Dunaway, out on track. In a Hello Kitty paint scheme, we usually only see Hello Kitty on track on Sunday mornings for GT3 NSS, with Adam Barker always in his Hello Kitty car. Sean Dunaway, though, taken to the track in the Hello Kitty car tonight, getting ready to get down to business. I have been asking for a while, does having Hello Kitty on your car actually make you faster? Nobody's answered, so I think it's a yes. Lee Campbell out on track for his qualifying run, as well as Aaron Markey. Well, that's interesting, JR. I've never heard that before. Paul Shaw gets ready to roll out on track, as is Alex Teft. Andrew Teft also out on track for his qualifying run. Hey, good evening, MP. How are you, buddy? You guys, make sure you go over to Twitch and follow MP 214512, a great racer. He has some good stuff and does a lot of racing, and it gets very exciting. Lee Campbell at the top of the board for the moment. Will it hold? You see there the times getting closer and closer. MP, we all wreck at some point, buddy. I have done quite more than my share. And don't forget, folks, it is a doubleheader night. We have C12 Motorsports up after this. They take the Retro Truck Series to Old Atlanta. Paul Shaw has gone back to pit road. He'll make another attempt at qualifying. Lee Campbell still holds the top of the board, but man, the lap times in the top 5 are pretty close. Alex Teff coming around to complete his qualifying run. Shaw has not gone back out on track, but a minute left to go. He will not have time to make a qualifying run. So it looks like Paul Shaw will start in 16th. All the drivers complete their qualifying run, folks. It's time to get ready. Get your food and drink. Get comfortable. We are about to go racing here at Pocono. Don't forget to cheer on your favorite driver in the comments. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go from Pocono. Lee Campbell and Truth Oak will have the front row. Brandon Honeycutt, Sean Dunaway on the second row, Cody Bonelli and Andrew Teft on the third row, Cooper Redditch and Sean Merriman on the fourth row, Jesse Fox and Alex Teft round out the top 10. Kirby Wainscott and Aaron Marquis starting in 11th and 12th. Curtis Ecker starts in 13th, Aaron Roth in 14th, Ryan Coker in 15th, and Paul Shaw will start in 16th after not getting a qualifying run in. Yeah, JR, I saw that, buddy. I am so sorry for you. Hope your family's doing okay. All the drivers get stacked up on pit road, ready to go. If you have a favorite driver in the field, don't forget to cheer him on in the comments. And while you have a moment, make sure you're following on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and YouTube. We've got a lot of YouTube shorts coming out. I was working on them all afternoon, so you guys have a lot of great stuff to look forward to. JR, that's what kids do. Hey, good evening, Richie. Are you going to win tonight at Atlanta? Here we go. The drivers begin to roll out of pit road. All the drivers get out on track and begin to stack up for the start. Richie, I believe in you, buddy. That's awesome, JR. Hope it becomes permanent for you. Rumor has it race control tonight is Matt the Maniac Moniac. What could possibly go wrong there? Through turn 3, the pace car will dive to pit road. And that long, wide straightaway, the front stretch here, a lot of excitement's going to happen here in the first few laps as the pace car dives in. Here we go. Green flag is in the air. They are down and away at Pocono. Everybody side by side as they head off into turn 1. Lee Campbell finally able to clear traffic for the moment. Everybody makes it clear through turn 1 and starts setting up for the next move as we go down into the tunnel turn. Turn 2, Honeycutt on the move on the bottom. Honeycutt now to second, but in line he had a run coming into turn 2. Truth Hope back in third. Honeycutt peeking underneath, but Campbell has the momentum out of turn 3. As everybody comes down the front straightaway, surprisingly, only 2 wide on the front stretch here. We oftentimes see that first lap on the front straightaway 5 wide as Brandon Honeycutt goes to the lead for the first time. Cooper Redditch on the move. Cooper started back in 7th, has made his way to 4th, and continues to fight his way forward in the 30 car. Paul Shaw, who did not get a qualifying lap in, is already up a spot to 15th, trying to take 14th from Aaron Roth. Well, we love having you here, Richie, wherever you are, bud. Honeycutt sets the fastest lap so far, although we're likely to see a faster lap next time by. After that, lap times will start to drop. This track does wear the tires out. However, these drivers can go 18 to 23 laps on a tank of fuel. It's probably closer to 19 to 22 laps on a tank of fuel. Depend on how the drivers handle the car and how much they can serve. The top 3 are on a breakaway as they are battling for every position back behind. Cooper Redditch battling with Sean Dunaway. Cody Bonelli and Andrew Teft battle back behind. Teft has the nose ahead. And it looks like Teft is going to clear. He takes 6th. Sean Merriman on the attack now as we go off into turn 2. Truth Hope just set the fastest lap. Truth now on the attack to the bottom. Not a lot of battling going further back. Guys just trying to conserve the car and have something late in the run. Pocono is one of those tracks where we often see after the first half of a run, some of the drivers at the back start moving to the front very quickly, and you can always tell who burned it up early in the race. They will start to fade. Aaron Marquis now into the top 10 after starting in 12th. And Curtis Ecker right behind. These two have been working through together. Marquis trying to get the donuts delivered on time today. Brandon Honeycutt already getting a little bit of a gap on Truth, just over half a second, but he continues to extend. Lee Campbell now back into third, and Sean Dunaway is closing on the top three. He's going to bring Redditch with him. Andrew Teft right behind as well. In fact, for fourth on back, they are all pretty much single file, trying to catch up to the top three. Look like a couple of guys got the wall coming out of two. The exit to turn two at Pocono can get sketchy. It can get that way very, very quickly. Riding along with Aaron Marquis back in 10th as they head off into turn one. Marquis going for that middle line. Already poking underneath Bonelli. Bonelli shuts the door for the moment down the first straight. Heading off into turn two. You see him getting as low as possible, but as the tires wear, that car will struggle to hit the apex and start moving out just a little bit. Off into turn three. If you can carry enough pace in, it's a great place to attack. And out of turn three, back across the start-finish line, Aaron did that lap in a 56.44. Honeycutt still out front, but Hope getting a little closer. Lee Campbell starting to lose a little ground. Sean Dunaway is not. He continues to close on the top three, now less than a second back. Cooper Redditch still holding on to fifth. Andrew Teft right behind in sixth. Sean Merriman holds on in seventh. Alex Teft up to eighth. Cody Bonelli has dropped back. He is now back into ninth. And Curtis Eckert closing in on him. Curtis already up 3 spots into 10th, having just gotten by Marquis. Dunaway, the points leader coming into tonight, has a pretty decent lead for the moment, but with 2 races left to go before the playoffs, anything could happen. Only Sean Dunaway, Brandon Honeycutt, and Andrew Teft are locked in. Cooper Redditch and Jesse Fox are battling for that coveted 12th spot. Cooper, they came into tonight tied. Cooper currently running in 5th. Jesse back in 12th at the moment. They are about halfway to the first fuel stop. Strategies could change dramatically once they change tires. Honeycutt opened himself up a decent lead, about 0.7 of a second earlier, but over the last couple laps, Truth Hope continues to get closer. Sean Dunaway back in 4th, was less than a second behind the top 3, but is now starting to lose a little bit of ground. He is about 1.3 seconds back. Lap times are starting to, tires are starting to give up. And lap times are starting to go up. Brandon Honeycutt, his fastest lap of 55.69. Last time by, 56.5. Almost a full second off his fastest lap. After just 11 laps, the tires do fall off quickly here. Truth starting to peak to the inside. They go off into one. Truth got a big run into turn one. Can he hold on to it? Side by side out of turn two. Definitely helping Lee Campbell close back up. Honeycutt, the nose ahead. Truth goes deep into turn two. He may clear out of turn two. He does. Lee almost got the run on Honeycutt. That did allow Sean Dunaway to close back up just a little bit. He's got to be hoping these three start battling even more. Got a 5-car group going on right behind. And then a little bit of a gap and some more battling back at the back. Jesse Fox trying to mount a challenge. He needs to make a charge and get closer to Redditch. Truth out front. In just one lap, he has already opened up half a second on Honeycutt, and he is pulling away. Lee Campbell still right there on Honeycutt's bumper. Dunaway still trying to close back up to the top three. More battling back behind. Sean Merriman, Andrew Teft, and Alex Teft. Andrew had made his way into the top five, is now slipping back as Alex gets under, going off into turn one, and Andrew may have just lost connection. That would be a gut punch. It does look like Teft has completely lost connection. That's going to be a major setback for a guy who was up in the top five just a few moments ago. Truth pulls a little bit of a gap, but Honeycutt continues to pull back up. So does Lee Campbell. Hey, good evening, Cyper. How are you? Alex Teft has now moved up into sixth. Andrew Teft has still not gotten back in. Remember, Andrew is one of the top three that is locked in. that being locked into the playoffs already really helps in a situation like this. But you know he wanted to get that third win here tonight. Dunaway is not getting any closer. He's lost ground again. Cooper Redditch still lurking in fifth. Alex Teft continuing to close back in. Hopefully we'll get an update from Andrew Teft if he's unable to connect. And that is a gut punch when it happens. Kirby Wainscott on the move. Whoa! He got the run. Oh, he gets the wall. Keeps it off the inside wall. Great save. But he loses the ground he had just made up. And it looks like he got a little too deep into three. Kirby had been picking off spots, getting himself into the top 10, but that was a setback. Take a look at this one from another angle. You see Kirby gets down underneath as they head off into turn 2. The car ahead comes down. He tries to slide out, but just too much of a push. He does get the wall. Likely took a little aero damage. Not seeing any on the car. Hopefully it's still good. And here we go. Looks like pit stops are underway. Sean Merriman, the first in. Truth Oak has suddenly opened up a bit of a lead now. 0.8 of a second and growing. Sean Dunaway continues to close in. Now, once again, less than a second behind Campbell. And Kirby Wainscott has come in. He is on his way back out. Merriman still on pit road. And it looks like Merriman may have gotten a penalty here. We saw him lock him up as he came onto pit road. Likely just got a bit of a speeding penalty. What a setback that's going to be. Wainscott has completed his pit stop. Full tank of fuel, 4 fresh Goodyears, a little loose out of 2, but he holds on to it, and you know that car's been fixed. He is back in the fight. If it stays green, he'll likely be able to make up some ground. And here we come. The big group is coming in. Sean Dunaway. Cooper Redditch is in. Curtis Ecker now in. Jesse Fox brings his car in. Truth Hope trying to extend that fuel run as far as is possible. How much further will they go? This is not a track you want to run out of gas. And here he comes. The leader is on pit road. Lee Campbell also coming in. Brandon Honeycutt stays out. Alex Teft stays out. Aaron Marquis stays out. Paul Shaw stays out. Cody Bonelli is in. Aaron Roth continuing to stay out. Ryan Coker also staying out. Brandon Honeycutt, if he can stretch the fuel, that's the biggest concern here. A 2.5 mile triangle is not somewhere you want to run out of gas. It's a long way and a long tow back to pit road. Hey, good evening again, JR. Looks like Honeycutt will make it back. He is bringing it in. Alex Teft aims for pit road. Likely to see the rest of the field in as here comes Aaron. Paul Shaw is in. Aaron Roth is not coming in. Ryan Coker is coming in. And Aaron Roth goes to the lead for the first time tonight. Aaron Roth is about 28 points out of the playoffs. This might be, if he can make it back to pit road without running out, this would be a great strategy move to pick up a few extra points. Sean Dunaway on his 4 fresh Goodyears just set the fastest lap of the night. Truth Hope currently in second. Lee Campbell in third. Dunaway in fourth. They will be the top 3 once Roth hits pit road, which here he comes, the final pit stop. And round 1 of the pit stops will be done. They will still have to make one more stop here tonight. Although I have to wonder, a couple of those guys came in a lap earlier, like Kirby Wainscott. We know he had to get repairs, but how bad is that going to hurt him in the fuel department late in this race? Can he do it on just one more stop? Lee Campbell now has the fastest lap of the night, 55.26, over a tenth of a second faster than everybody. And just barely missed the wall. Out of 2, he is pushing it to the limit. Points leader Dunaway now up into third. Cooper Redditch currently in fourth. Brandon Honeycutt in fifth. Hey, good evening, Maniac. Andrew lost connection. Lee Campbell is inching closer and closer to truth at the moment. Sean Dunaway about a second back as Cooper Redditch right on his bumper. Brandon Honeycutt in fifth. Alex Teft in sixth. The big mover so far is Curtis Ecker, who started in 13th and is now up into 7th and gaining ground. Cody Bonelli in 8th. Kirby Wainscott in 9th. Jesse Fox in 10th. Matt, don't we all, buddy? Truth pulling away once again is leading at 1 1/4 seconds. About 4 laps since most of these guys went to pit road. Another lap or so and the times will start going up again as the tires wear. Curtis Ecker, currently in 7th, is not really gaining much ground on 6th place. Alex Teft at the moment. Alex Teft also started back in 10th, is up to 6th now. Speaking of big movers, Paul Shaw did not get to qualify. He started in 16th. He's now up into 12th. But he is 4 1/4 seconds behind Aaron at the moment. Aaron right on the bumper of Jesse Fox. And Aaron also about 2 points out of being in the playoffs. Getting past Jesse here would be huge, because Jesse is one of those 2 drivers tied for 12th right now. The field really fairly evenly gapped at the moment. Here in a few laps, we'll see who starts moving forward. Alex Teft in 6th. Curtis Ecker back in 2nd. Teft is pulling away. Cody Bonelli back in 8th is actually starting to gain some ground on 7th place Curtis Ecker. But Kirby Wainscott is flying around the track at the moment. He is one of the fastest cars on track right now, 1 second behind Bonelli. Lee Campbell and Truth Oak, the gap between them keeps fluctuating. 1 lap Truth is faster, the next lap Lee is faster. That gap holding at about 1 second. Points leader Sean Dunaway in 3rd, about 2 seconds behind him. And Cooper Redditch is closing in. Redditch, the other driver, tied for 12th in points. He's currently running in 4th. If he can keep this run up, well, he will definitely move himself up in the points. Alex Teft just 7 points ahead of him. Several of the drivers actually ahead of Redditch in the points are behind him on track. Truth Oak came into tonight 4th in points, but is not locked in. The win here tonight could lock him into the playoffs. Lee Campbell currently 5th in points. 2nd on track, a win could lock him in as well. The top 2 right now are fighting for a position that would lock both drivers, one driver or the other, into the playoffs here tonight. Would also be the first win of the season for both drivers. Sean Dunaway in third. Really has to worry. Redditch is on his bumper. Honeycutt is closing in. Third, fourth, and fifth still battling it out. Jesse Fox losing a little ground as Aaron Markey goes to the top 10. Curtis Ecker about 2.7 seconds behind this battle, just ahead. These three start battling it out. Alex Teft is going to close in quickly. Curtis Ecker likely to come with him. Already seeing some guys doing the snake on the front straightaway, trying to break the draft of the cars behind. Didn't work that time. Cooper still with Sean at the moment. And Honeycutt looks low as they head toward turn 2. Honeycutt drives it deep into 2. He'll take the position. Both drivers bobble. Whoa! Redditch may have given the wall a little kiss there. Alex Teft back in fourth. Did start gaining a lot of ground. He was almost 5 seconds back. But once Honeycutt went for the move, he's gained over half a second. Any battle between these three right now is going to be huge for the guys back behind. Hope's lead now about 1.1 seconds over Lee Campbell. Lee about 3.6 seconds behind Dunaway. And Honeycutt on the move again. He's got the run underneath for third. Off into turn 3. And Honeycutt now goes to third place. Truth Oak, his lead still 1.2 seconds. Honeycutt now 3.5 seconds behind Lee Campbell, and he is gaining. Last time by, Honeycutt was the fastest car on track. Alex Teft back in 6th place. He is continuing to gain ground on the cars ahead, including Cooper Redditch, now just 4.25 seconds back. Curtis Ecker back in 7th, was gaining, but it looks like the gap between him and Teft has stabilized at about 4.5 seconds. Cody Bonelli back in 8th. Kirby Wainscott in 9th. Kirby was fast in the early part of this race. Kissed the wall out of 2. Lost the back end. He's gathered it up, fought back to 9th. I don't think we're done with Wainscott. I think he'll be moving forward even more. Aaron Markey, another driver, has been moving forward all night, currently in 10th, just about 1.1 seconds behind Kirby. Since Brandon Honeycutt took third, he has pulled away from Dunaway and Redditch, is now 2.5 seconds behind Lee Campbell, and closing quickly. He's already picked up a full second on the second place car. Truth Oak is yet to win this season, but so far, 5 top 5s has put him in 4th place in the points. Aaron Marquis is going to take 9th as he goes by Wayne Scott. And last time by, Aaron Marquis was the fastest car on track. In fact, at the moment, Aaron is one of only 3 drivers still turning laps in the 56-second range. Everybody else already over 57. Some of these drivers are within range. They can make the stop this time by and be good to go on fuel. Nobody has come in yet, but I expect we'll see quite a few of them in next time as Truth Oak is closing in on Sean Merriman. Sean, a rough night. He was up in the top 10, almost into the top 5, but he has really faded, and getting that speeding penalty on the first stop really was a huge setback. Lee Campbell has given up 3rd. He is in. Cooper Redditch is in. Alex Teft is also headed to pit road. Curtis Ecker is on his way in. Kirby Wainscott is in. I suspect we'll see everybody else in next time. They cannot afford to stay out here with everybody else on fresh tires. They're going to have to get in and get them too. Here comes the leader out of turn 3, and he continues to stay out. Brandon Honeycutt has given up 2nd. He is in. Dunaway also staying out. Cody Bonelli is coming in, as is Aaron. Jesse Fox stays out. Paul Shaw stays out. Paul Shaw has had an impressive run. He continues to make his way forward despite not qualifying. "20 laps to go. Everybody within the fuel window. Ryan Coker just came in, and the leader, Truth Oak, is on pit road. Sean Dunaway follows him in. Jesse Fox is choosing to stretch it. He's going to try and pick up some bonus points here. Paul Shaw is in. Truth Hoke sitting at the end of pit road rolls out. Lee Campbell may beat him to turn one. It's going to be close, but Campbell gets out ahead. Truth does have a little bit fresher tires, but he's going to have to run him down quickly. Looks like Jesse Fox is the last driver that needs to come in. But he is going to stretch it one more lap. Make sure he picks up his bonus points as Cooper Redditch set the fastest lap last time by. And Redditch's lap just thousandths of a second faster than the lap that was set earlier. Now Lee Campbell has the fastest lap, 55.14, over a tenth of a second faster than Cooper's. Truth Hoke in second, about in third rather, 1.25 seconds behind Lee Campbell. Once Jesse drops in, they will be the top two. And here he comes, Jesse Fox to pit road. Lee Campbell will assume the lead, but Truth Hoke continues to close in. Truth just set a 55 flat. The fastest lap we have seen tonight, and less than a second behind the leader, Lee Campbell. Brandon Honeycutt holds on to third. Cooper Redditch still holds fourth, about a half a second out of the top three. Sean Dunaway back in fifth. Sean is closing in on the cars ahead. Alex Teff now in sixth. Cody Bonelli in seventh. Curtis Eckert in eighth. Kirby Wainscott in ninth. And Aaron Marquis rounding out the top 10. Paul Shaw, who did not qualify, up 5 spots to 11th. Jesse Fox drops back to 12th. Aaron Roth in 13th. Ryan Coker in 14th. And Sean Merriman drops back into 15th. And the battle is about to be on up front. Truth just over half a second behind Lee at the moment. Even less as they come out of turn 2. Through turn 3, Truth is right to his bumper. Will likely be able to use the draft and slingshot into turn 1. He's got the nose to the inside as they drag race toward turn 1. Side by side through turn 1. Lee has nothing for him at the moment. Truth reclaims the lead. Brandon Honeycutt in third, about 3 seconds back at the moment. Redditch still in fourth. Dunaway in fifth is closing. Alex Teft alone in sixth. Corey Bonelli in seventh. He is fairly safe at the moment. Curtis Eckert in eighth. Kirby Wainscott in ninth. Aaron Marquis rounds out the top 10. And folks, don't forget, it is a doubleheader night. Hey, good evening, Jason. As I was saying, a doubleheader night. We've got C12 Motorsports up right after this. The Retro Truck Series goes to Old Atlanta, and man, Old Atlanta is a lot of fun. Truth Oak is already pulled away to almost a 1 second lead. After that exchange of pit stops, Sean Merriman drops to a lap down, and Ryan Coker in 14th is just a little bit ahead of the leader. With 13 laps to go, could very well see Truth Oak in a lot of lap traffic. If he can maintain this pace, he'll definitely be joining them. Jason, what's Pocky? Brandon Honeycutt back in third. Cooper Redditch in fourth was gaining some ground, but it seems that gap is stabilized about 1.5 seconds. One gap that is not stabilized is Sean Dunaway, the current points leader. He is currently in fifth, right on the back bumper of Cooper Redditch. Andrew Teft still back in sixth. Bonelli is closing, but likely not going to be fast enough. Kirby Wainscott back in ninth is closing on eighth place Curtis Ecker, but Aaron Marquis is getting there faster. Marquis currently in 10th. Likely will pick up another position. Hoke just put Coker a lap down. Lee Campbell back in second, losing ground. He's 1.5 seconds back, and looks like the tires really starting to give up here late in the race. It looked like Campbell was four-wheel drifting it through turn 2. Honeycutt back in third, continues to close the gap on Campbell. He's 2.3 seconds back with 10 to go. Last time by is about 0.3 of a second faster than Campbell, but he's going to have to do a little bit better than that to get there and have enough time to make a move. Dunaway is on Redditch's bumper. Redditch moves to the low side. He's going to force Dunaway to the high side through 2. And door to door out of 2, they're going to drag race it down into 3. Cooper trying to fight back on the inside. But he doesn't have enough. Dunaway now to 4th. Hoke's lead is now 2.4 seconds over Campbell. Honeycutt now just 1.8 seconds back. And that lap car just ahead is definitely going to help Honeycutt a little bit. He'll be able to get a little draft off of him if he can time it right. It'll be hugely beneficial down the front straightaway. Alex Teft still safe in 6th. Benelli continues to close, but 4 1/4 seconds back as Ecker and Wayne Scott battle it out, and Aaron Marquis is right there with them. 3-car battle for 8th, 9th, and 10th. Marquis just lurking, waiting for the opening as Wayne Scott moves up into 8th, but Curtis Ecker quickly shut the door on him. Unfortunately, Marquis could not get the nose in time. Will he have the momentum to take him in 2? Here he comes, going toward 3. Aaron Marquis to the inside. Kirby, meanwhile, starting to pull away already. Truth Hoax Lee continuing to grow and grow rapidly over Lee Campbell. Honeycutt continues to close in. Brandon just 1.3 seconds behind Lee Campbell at the moment. Sean Dunaway is gaining ground on the top 3, but is 2.5 seconds back. Cooper Redditch currently in 5th. He was closing back up on Dunaway, but it appears Dunaway has found another gear and is pulling away. Aaron Marquis now in 9th, right on Wayne Scott's back bumper. Remember, with 2 races left to go before the playoffs, every point counts. Five laps to go for Truth Hoke. He's got enough fuel, and he's got a 4.3 second lead that continues to grow. Brandon Honeycutt back in 3rd is almost caught Lee Campbell. Honeycutt is flying around this track. Last time by, he was faster than the leader, but only by about 6/100ths of a second. Lap traffic moving out of the way for Sean Dunaway. Dunaway was closing on the top 3, but has now dropped to 2.8 seconds behind. Kirby Wayne Scott has really checked out and pulled the gap on Aaron Marquis and Curtis Ecker since that change of position. Kirby pulled out to 1.1 seconds ahead. Brandon Honeycutt has got to Lee Campbell. Does he have enough left to get around him and take second? Coming to 3 to go. This is going to be one heck of a fierce battle. 3 laps to go. Truth Oaks lead now just over 5 seconds. Lee Campbell and Brandon Honeycutt still nose to tail. Brandon has been unable to make the move yet. Dunaway has started closing back up again, but again, just 2.6 seconds back. It's highly likely he is not going to have the time to get there. Closest battle on track is this battle for second at the moment. Aaron Marquis still behind Kirby Wainscott. And Truth Oak continues to pull away. Truth Oak just continues to pull the gap, 5 1/4 seconds. Brandon Honeycutt right on the bumper of Lee Campbell. Hey, good evening, Troy, cheering on Truth Oak as he takes the white flag one more time around. Down the first straightaway toward turn 2. Newbie, it's a great track to broadcast and terrible to race. Through turn 2, Truth lead 5.7 seconds. He can let off the gas and coast it in from here. Lee Campbell in second, Honeycutt in third. Unable to do anything with Lee Campbell at the moment. And out of the final turn, Truth Oak will pull off the win at Pocono. His first win of the season. Lee Campbell holds on for second. Brandon Honeycutt coming home in third. Honeycutt will close the gap just a little bit on Dunaway. Hoke will likely bump up to third in points and get locked into the playoffs. This is definitely going to be a big, big change in the points. We'll get a word with our top 3 here in just a moment. Folks, don't forget, this is only the first race. We've still got one more to go. C12 Motorsports Retro Truck Series is taking on the Old Atlanta here tonight. Truth getting a little bit of help with the celebration. Truth Oak gets his first win of the season at Pocono. You know that team is going to be celebrating tonight. Just waiting for the drivers to get into the Discord so we can get a word. While we're waiting on the top three, folks, don't forget to check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and the YouTube. We have got a ton of YouTube shorts coming out, and we have released a bunch the last few weeks. And I spent the afternoon working on even more. You guys are definitely going to have some laughs and see some great action. Well, I was hoping we'd get to talk to our top three, but none of them have magically appeared. And we do have our winner available, Truth Hoke, in Victory Lane. Truth, congratulations. That was quite a win.
Thank you. Thank you. Long time coming.
Well, I just noticed you came in tonight fourth in points. You were not locked into the playoffs, but tonight's performance likely bumps you into third and definitely locks you in.
Oh, it does? That's good. Takes a little off. Takes a little off.
It definitely does with 2 races to go. Man, Pocono is definitely a tricky track and at times very hard to drive. And it looked like going through turn 2, you guys were 4-wheel drifting it at times, but man, you never touched a wall and just nailed it perfectly all night.
Yeah, I was waiting for me to do my usual mess up, either in the pits or hit the wall or something. I was waiting for it to come, but I just stayed focused, and it was like, yes, well, finally.
Man, you definitely earned it tonight in a big win, almost 6 seconds leading at the end of the perfect run tonight, man. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Truth, definitely happy here tonight after that win. Folks, stick around. We will be back with trucks at Atlanta here in just a few. Jesse was definitely on a different planet tonight. That is one of the best runs I've ever seen at Pocono. After doing this for 4.5 years, I can tell you that was a great run. Folks, stick around. We'll be back in just a few moments with C12 Motorsports at Old Atlanta. More great racing to come tonight. I know you love that music, buddy.
If I were you, I'd watch my back. Vengeance!
It's always good when the moment you go back live, somebody spins somebody on pit road. Welcome back, everybody. It is time to go racing once again. We are here at Old Atlanta, and folks, it's going to be interesting. It is hot. It is very hot. Let me show you. The track temperature is currently 118 degrees. Air temperature currently 75, and it is 12:43 track time. So it's going to get hotter, a lot hotter. The track is already greasy. The drivers are already having problems with grip and tire wear. Things are only going to get worse for the drivers. Now, a few drivers are going to love this. I say as I look at the one I was thinking of buried in the wall, guys like Clay Kirchenbauer love this kind of track, love these kind of conditions. We know Richie Joplin loves a loose handling car. We'll see how everybody does here tonight, but yeah, we are in for one heck of a treat of racing here tonight. Practice is underway. 15 minutes remains. Folks, don't go anywhere. We'll leave you watching the excitement of practice. We'll be back to talk to you here in just a few moments. During the meantime, make sure you run to the snack bar, get your food, get your drink while you're standing in line. Make sure you hit that like, follow, subscribe. Most importantly, hit that share button. Invite your friends and family. They're definitely not going to want to miss this. Wow. Yeah, nobody is going to want to miss this. These drivers are going to have their hands full here tonight. Stick around, everybody. As always, if you have a favorite driver, drop in the comments. Let us know who you're cheering for. Interesting fact, did you know when you hit that share button and share the broadcast, your favorite driver gets 5 extra horsepower? Stick around, everybody. All right, ladies and gentlemen, practice is coming to a close. The drivers are about to head out for qualifying. And in case you missed it, turn 2 is going to get spicy. Really spicy. This is the old version of Atlanta, so no draft racing. It's going to be back to old school racing just the way we like it as Patrick Pieper heads out on track. Larry Waite is headed out for his qualifying run. Brian Hewitt heads out on track. Vern Spring heads out on track. Drifty Richie Joplin back at it on track. Tyler Ott heads out for his qualifying run. And he's in the old Hardee's paint scheme this week. I do believe. Yep. Wow. That'll take you back a bit. David Lux heads out for his qualifying run. Jason Michaud also out on track. Edmund Jones heads out for his qualifying run. Andy Wilkinson heads out on track as well. Austin Ruskoff out for his qualifying run. Eric Waka and Bob Ross out on track. Richard Cragen out for his qualifying run, and Ryan McDaniel heads a little squirrely out, coming out of 2. Chad Ragsdale out for his qualifying run. Richie Joplin tops the leaderboard for the moment. Several drivers have not headed out yet. Looks like Colby Whipple gets ready to roll. Clay Kirchenbauer, Dustin Slover have not been out yet, nor has Jade Briette, Vic Brown, and Bradley James. Looks like Dustin headed out now. Vic Brown rolls out in the old Haviline truck. Clay Kirchenbauer on his way out. Still a few drivers left to qualify. Ryan McDaniel did not complete. Rather, Ryan completed 1 lap but did not score a time. Hey, good evening, John. How are you? Dustin Slover still out, as well as Vic Brown, Clay Kirchenbauer. Brian Hewitt looks like he is taking the opportunity to get some extra practice in. I'm doing great, buddy. Bradley James rolls out for his qualifying run. Jade Briette still is not taken to the track. Coming into tonight, Justin Swafford leads the points over Austin Ruskoff by just 2 points. Patrick Pieper sitting in third. Kirk Marble in fourth. Vic Brown, top 5. John, the Unicorn is doing great, and I do believe we'll see some trucking tomorrow with her as well. Oh, McDaniel's home repair to the rescue tonight. He was running late. He went and took care of, fixed a hot water heater for somebody. Brian Hewitt still turning practice laps. Bradley James still out for his qualifying run. Oh! He has problems. He'll bring it in. He will not score a time. Vic Brown also taking advantage now that he is qualified in third. Getting a little bit of extra practice in here. We do expect to advance the session here shortly. As always, if you have a favorite driver, don't forget to drop in the comments. Let us know who you're cheering for here tonight. It's definitely going to be a rough night for some of these drivers, and it may be a battle of survival of the fittest. Track temp continuing to go up. Track is currently 123 degrees, even hotter than was in practice. Air temperature now up to 76, and track time is 1:15, so it's going to keep heating up out here tonight. You gotta hand it to Vic Brown and Brian Hewitt. Both drivers taking advantage of the extra time in the clear track, especially with it getting hotter. These extra practice laps may help. Plus, Brian Hewitt has to find a way to run away from Ryan McDaniel. Yes, the Ryan versus Brian did start again about a week and a half ago. Monday night, Brian Hewitt was using the force to wreck Ryan. Whoa! Hewitt way out of shape. Jade Briette is the only driver that has not taken to the track. Now Hewitt's going to practice donuts in preparation for Victory Lane. Should see the session advance any moment now. Time to get strapped in and ready, folks. It's about time to go racing from a very hot Atlanta Motor Speedway. Ryan, are you sure saving Hewitt was the right choice after Monday night? I mean, we have a short coming out that shows he used the dark side to put you into the wall. Speaking of shorts, don't forget to check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and YouTube. A bunch of YouTube shorts have come out over the last couple of weeks. A lot of great stuff.
I just got three things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your engine!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Hewitt out for vengeance tonight. Clay Kirchenbauer and Richie Joplin on the front row. Vic Brown, Patrick Pieper on the second row. Chad Ragsdale, Austin Ruskoff on the third row. Andy Wilkinson, Jason Michaud on the fourth row. David Lux and Colby Whipple round out the top 10. Dustin Slover starting in 11th, next to Richard Cragen in 12th. Eric Walkowiak in 13th, Edmund Jones in 14th, Larry Watts in 15th, Vern Springs starts in 16th. Brian Hewitt, Tyler Ott, Jade Briette, Bradley James, and Ryan McDaniel round out the 21-car field here in Atlanta. Hey, good evening, Desiree. How are you? Quick look, the track temperature is and air temperature still coming up. Track now to 125 degrees. It's gonna be greasy. Doing great tonight, Desiree. All the drivers roll out. Richie Joplin and Clay Kirchenbauer have the front row. This is definitely the track and the conditions for those two drivers. Both of them love it when it's slick, when the truck is loose. They love driving them on the edge. They are going to be tough to beat tonight. 135 laps. They only have 5 sets of tires, and with track conditions and the abrasive nature of Atlanta, they're going to want tires every 5 to 10 laps. Here we go. Pace car is in. Clay Kirchenbauer leads them down. Green flag is in the air there. Holy cow. They are down and away in Atlanta. Clay can't get the power down. The inside line gets a huge checkup. Everybody holds on to it. Holy cow, what a wild start. Oh, and Bradley James shoots up the middle. One loose on the backstretch. Bradley James flying up through the field. Richie Joplin out front. Pieper now to second. Clay gets it gathered up. He is now in third. Pieper tries to go to the high side. Richie shuts the door for the moment. What an eventful first lap. Everybody's starting to settle in. The temps on the car, or on the tires come. Oh! Pieper gets the wall. Clay may have the run here. Clay gets him into turn one, now to second. Chad Ragsdale just set the fastest lap so far. Pieper trying to fight back on the bottom. Chad Ragsdale lurking back and forth. Vic Brown now in fifth. Austin Ruskoff in sixth, and a big mess from seventh on back. Colby Whipple, Edmund Jones, Jason Michaud, and Richard Cragen almost three wide into the turn. Eric Walkowiak backs out of it. Vic Brown now has the fastest lap so far as the battle is back on for second. Whoa, Pieper gets squirrely out of four. Ragsdale just looking for an opening right behind him. Austin Ruskoff back behind the top five, little bit of a breakaway. And Ragsdale's gonna try it. He goes up the middle. And then Wisely backs out of it coming out of turn four. That was a gutsy move to even peek in there. Ragsdale's gonna try it up top. Oh, he gets the wall. He lost a ton of ground. Vic Brown is coming by. Holy cow, what a wild start to the night. Back in 10th, Richard Cragen up top, Dustin Slover at the bottom. Bradley James now up 9 spots into 11th. We saw he made up a lot of ground on the first lap, but man, James is on the march. Clay holding back on to second. Pieper looks low. Ragsdale backed off a little bit. Vic Brown still lurking. That big gap is closing as Ruskoff closes in. Whipple looked a little out of shape coming out of turn four. He's got it gathered up. And Bradley James up to the high side out of turn two. That high line is the place to be coming out of turn two here at Atlanta. And he just showed why. James now up 10 spots into 10th. Whipple, another little bobble coming out of four. Up ahead, Edmund Jones battles with Jason Michaud. Michaud on the high line. Edmund gets back up, slides into position, and Whipple checks up, and here comes James to the bottom. He gets past Whipple and now under Edmund. Bradley James is on a mission here tonight. That high line has been fastest out of turn two, but I don't think it's going to affect Bradley James as much. Clay Kirchenbauer has the lead. Pieper in second. Richie in third. Let's see how Clay took the lead. There's Clay up on the high side. Richie down on the bottom, out of turn two, and there it is. And Richie had a little bit of a bobble, almost lost second to Pieper, and Pieper does take second. This is not a track you want to be down low coming out of turn two. That high line definitely the place to be. Top 6 have a little bit of a breakaway. 7th place, Edmund Jones. About 1.5 seconds back from that lead pack. Eric Walkowiak looks to the high side on Jason Michaud. He is going to take 9th place away. Bradley James has drifted back into 11th for the moment. Oh, James is in the wall hard. Everybody gets going. James has damage. It looks like the right front of that truck took a bit of a beating for a guy who was charging in a big way in the early going. That's a big heartbreak. Hey, good evening, Tina. See if we can see what happened with James. Comes out of turn 2, almost gets to Edmund, keeps it pinned down. Gets stuck down on the bottom, finally slides up. And then just keeps sliding, keeps sliding, keeps sliding. Man, he barely kept it off the wall that time. Stays in the fight. Bradley James has come to pit road now. He stays in the fight while Kowiak tries to get by back on the bottom. Then the drag race down the back straightaway. Into turn 3, we've seen James go into the high side. He gets into the wall and just bounces off, but loses a lot of momentum. James is on pit road. Looks like he needs some repairs as Pieper now has the lead. Oh, Richie! Hard into the wall! Everybody goes low to get under him. That truck is still getting out of shape. He gets it gathered up. Larry Waits has come in unexpectedly. Richie drops from 3rd back to 6th place. Definitely an eventful start to this race, and a credit to every driver in the field that we have been caution free. Eric Walkowiak on the move, up 6 spots now into 7th. Make that 7 spots. He's going to take 6th from Richie. Colby Whipple up a couple spots now into 8th. Edmund up 5 spots into 9th. Michaud is losing some ground here. And a big battle back behind Wilkinson in 11th. Whoa! Whoa, 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 hold on to her, Andy. Andy did not, in fact, hold on to her. We'll likely see him on pit road here in a moment. Ouch. Keep an eye on Andy there. He gets loose out of 2, smacks the outside wall. Vern had nowhere to go. Wilkinson slams the inside wall. Definitely a credit to every driver on track that we've seen the excitement and the incidents we have seen so far, and still no caution. And definitely an eventful start to this one. Pieper in the lead, Kirchenbauer in 2nd, Ruskoff in 3rd, just over a second back. Ragsdale now in fourth. Vic Brown in fifth. Walkowiak in sixth. Whipple in seventh now. Edmund Jones up to eighth. Jason Michaud in ninth. Richard Cragen in 10th. Richie Joplin, after that problem a few moments ago, is losing ground. Richie has dropped back to 11. David Lux. Now David Lux into 11th as we've got several cars flying by, and look who's back in the fight. Bradley James, after having come through pit road. Wilkinson is in. It has been a very eventful race. Jade Briette has now moved 7 spots into 12th. Richie back to 13th, continues to lose ground as Ott goes by. Richie in 14th, Dustin Slover in 15th, Vern Spring in 16th. Ryan McDaniel now up to 17th, and oh no, this cannot be good. Ryan McDaniel in 17th, Brian Hewitt in 18th. Bradley James in 19th. Remember, he had to go to pit road for repairs. Picked up 4 fresh Goodyears. He is cutting through this field. Riding along with Bradley on those 4 fresh tires as they go off into turn 1. And folks, sometimes this works and sometimes it doesn't, but there is nothing more fun than being the only driver on track with fresh Goodyears. Straightaways, you don't see the difference, but look at the run Bradley gets off into 3 and 4. Whoa, Ragsdale came down in front of Walkowiak. Wow. Very close calls there. Patrick Pieper out front, Clay Kirchenbauer in second, Ruskoff in third, is gaining on the top 2. Walkowiak in fourth, Ragsdale in fifth. Oh, Ragsdale kisses the wall. Lost a little momentum, but not significant. Gave Vic enough to get the nose ahead off into 1. Whipple now in second, Michaud in 8th, Cragen in 9th, Jade Briette up 9 spots into 10th. Edmund Jones is losing ground. There's Edmund coming out of turn 4. Oh, he got loose, smacks the wall repeatedly. He does get it down and gathered up, but not before he drops back, loses a ton of momentum. Edmund Jones has come to pit road. Patrick Pieper now has a 1-second lead on Clay Kirchenbauer, the man on the move at the moment. Austin Ruskoff in third has run him down. Walkowiak up 9 spots into 4th. Vic Brown right behind, battling with Ragsdale for 5th. Colby Whipple back in 7th, Cragen in 8th. Jade Briette also on the move. Jade started in 19th and is charged up to 9th. Speaking of charge, Bradley James has got himself back on the lead lap and continues to be the fastest truck on the track. He was one of the fastest even before the incident that put him on pit road. but it does not seem like anything is going to hold him back tonight. If this race stays green all night, a comeback for Bradley is definitely possible. Richie Joplin, we saw have that issue. Ragsdale is in. Tyler Ott is in. This may be the start of green flag stops. They can go 40 to 45 laps on a tank of fuel. So these guys are coming in based on the lap to get fresh tires. We'll see how much of ground they can make up here tonight. I can tell you if this thing stays green, strategy could be huge. Pieper out front continues to extend his lead over Kirchenbauer. Ruskov is stabilized back behind. One guy who hasn't, Walkowiak in fourth. He is the fastest car in the top 5 at the moment. Jade Briette continues his march. He is now up to 8th. Richie Joplin has come in. Vern Spring also in, as well as Brian Hewitt. Larry Waits has had a problem back behind. No caution yet. Let's see what happened with Larry. Here they come out of turn 4. Larry underneath. Ryan McDaniel up top. Loose, loose, loose out of 4. Oh, and he gets the banking just wrong. Finally manages to save it. Gets it gathered up and got a little mowing done. Gotta hand it to every one of these drivers out here tonight. The first time we had the Retro Truck Series a couple of years ago, we came here to Atlanta, there was a ton of chaos. It just goes to show how much each and every one of these drivers has improved, that we have not seen a caution yet. Oh, and Bradley James, ooh, he just kisses the wall. David Lux has gone off track. We'll take a look at Lux here in a moment, but Bradley James has made his way to 13th as Colby Whipple is coming in. Let's see what happened. Lux has towed it. Let's see if we can back this up here, folks. All right, here is Lux coming through 3 and 4. A little bit of a blink, a couple of blinks, but you can tell he got loose coming out of 4. Very close call for Richie Joplin. Lux ends up down in the infield and ended up towing that truck to pit road. David Lux is on his way out. Richard Cragen just completed his stop. Jason Michaud, Jade Briette, Vic Brown now in. Austin Ruskov has the lead. And we know Ruskov's going to stretch the fuel as far as he can. Bradley James still charging and making his comeback. Will we see him come to pit road, get back on cycle with the rest of the field? If he does it now, it would be a huge help for his comeback. Jade Briette on his way out. Austin Ruskov, Dustin Slover, And now in third place, Ryan McDaniel, the only three that have not come in. Those three are hoping for a caution right now. That would definitely put Ryan in his best position all season long. Ruskoff continuing to stretch. Remember, they can go several more laps. Will this strategy play off? Slover's coming in. Ryan's going to stay out. There is a huge difference in speed right now. Even after just 40 laps, the drop-off is ginormous. Austin Ruskoff's fastest lap, 32.1. Last time by, 34.7. 2.5 seconds slower. Andy Wilkinson currently sits in fourth. Edmund Jones in fifth, while Kowiak back up to sixth. Blake Kirchenbauer in seventh, Whipple in eighth, On in ninth, Jay Briette in 10th. Patrick Pieper has dropped to 20th. He got a penalty on pit road. Pieper has gone from leading all the way back to 20th. He needs this night to go perfectly to get back into the fight. Austin Ruskoff, Ryan McDaniel continue to turn laps, but we expect them on the pit road any moment. They will, however, once they come off pit road, be the fastest car. Holy cow, Patrick! A very close call between Pieper and McDaniel. Pieper hangs on to it. Ryan's going to try and stretch it. Ruskoff continues to stretch as well. Bradley James now back up into third. Remember, he has not been back in since lap 14. Eric Walkowiak back in fourth, about 8.5 seconds back and gaining quickly. Larry Waits has made his way to pit road. Drivers starting to unlap themselves. Tyler On in ninth. Back to the lead lap. Ruskoff has got to get in soon. Jade Briette in 10th comes by. Austin stays out. This strategy can definitely work, but extending that run too long could be catastrophic. And I think I just realized what Ruskoff is doing. Ryan McDaniel is in. If Austin can make it one more lap, he'll be able to do this race on 2 stops, whereas most of the field will have to do 3. Larry Waits has had another problem. There's Larry coming out of turn 4. Loose. He realized he needed to even up his mowing. He gets it taken care of. Austin did not come in this time. Ruskoff will be able to do this race on 2 stops. Oh, we've got a car in trouble back behind. I could not see. We'll try and figure out who that was a moment ago. Somebody was wild. Austin Ruskoff is finally on pit road. Only Bradley James needs to come in now. James pitted on lap 14 after getting the wall. He is, out of shape, but he is not bringing it in. Bradley now takes the lead, but Walkowiak has run him down. And here comes Walkowiak on much fresher tires. He will go to the lead for the first time here tonight. Ruskoff now on his way out. He has dropped back to 14th. Bradley James is in. Bradley James, Eric Walkowiak, and potentially Ryan McDaniel can do this race on 2 stops. Walkowiak out front by 3.2 seconds over Clay Kirchenbauer. Colby Whipple currently in third. Jade Briette, man, what a run. Briette up 15 spots into fourth. Edmund Jones up 9 spots into fifth. Tyler Ott up 12 spots into sixth. Wilkinson in seventh. Cragen in 8th, Vic Brown in 9th, Vern Spring in 10th. And Richie Joplin has just taken 11th as he fights his way back to the front. Ragsdale has gone to pit road. Ragsdale looks like he had a problem out of turn 2. And he limped the car back to pit road, and it looks like Chad Ragsdale may be out of this one. Walkowiak's lead continues to grow. Clay Kirchenbauer continues to pull away from third place, Colby Whipple, but closing quickly on Whipple is Jade Briette. Austin Ruskoff, who was one of the last ones to pit road, back in 13th. Bradley James back in 16th. He was the final stop as these two fight their way back toward the front. Ryan McDaniel also made that late pit stop. David Lux has towed it in. Does not look like Lux had any major issues, but a lot of times you see these guys get loose or slam their brakes on, it will affect the tire. They can flat spot it or wear it out extremely bad. No telling what kind of problem happened to Lux tonight. Patrick Pieper has had a problem back behind. He is down on the track. Can he get clear? He does not bring a caution. Pieper's luck has gone in the toilet. There's Pieper coming out of 2. Oh! He gets wickedly loose. Slides it up into the wall. Looks like he might have got an arrow loose on that. Let's look down from the blimp, see if he had any contact. I could not tell. I think there may have been a hair bit of contact, and Pieper goes to the wall. What a night. While Kowiak's lead still holding about 3.1 seconds over Clay. Whipple now up to third, but still Briette closes. Edmund Jones in fifth, Tyler Ott in sixth, Richard Cragen in seventh, Dustin Slover in eighth, Andy Wilkinson in ninth, Austin Ruskoff has made his way to 10th. Make that ninth for Ruskoff. Richie Joplin still mired back in 12th, not gaining the ground he had hoped for. Bradley James now up to 15th, Ryan McDaniel now up to 16th. Remember, Bradley James, more than likely Ryan McDaniel, and Austin Ruskoff, all three of them only have to make one more pit stop. The rest of the field will have to do at least two more. If we continue to stay green, those three drivers could be the podium. Patrick Pieper is back out on track after repairs. And while Kowiak's lead is growing, now 4 seconds. Clay may be in trouble because 4 seconds behind him is a faster truck named Jade Briette. He is gaining. Briette now up 16 spots tonight. Whipple in fourth, up 6. Tyler Ott in fifth, up 13 spots. And the man on the move, Austin Ruskoff, is now up to 5th. I questioned Austin staying out. As long as he did, he is making it work. He is the fastest truck on track at the moment. No, he is second fastest. Bradley James is the fastest at the moment. Ryan McDaniel, about 8 1/4 seconds back, is the third fastest truck on track. In fact, Ryan about to get one of his laps back the old-fashioned way. Austin about 6 seconds behind Whipple and Briette. About 14.5 seconds out of the lead. Ryan gets his lap back. That puts Ryan McDaniel back on the lead lap, currently in 16th, and he only needs one more pit stop. Bradley James continues his comeback run. He is now up to 13th. It has been an impressive run for Bradley so far. He started at the tail end of the field in 20th. Charged all the way to the top 5, got into the wall, had problems, went to pit road, pitted off cycle, and is already back up 7 spots into 13th. In fact, despite the fact that Jade Briette in third is in 16th right now, I think by the time it's all said and done, Bradley James will have passed more cars. He just took 12. Caution! Caution is out for the first time tonight. Patrick Pieper involved. Lap 63, just shy of halfway. We see our first caution. It does look like Richie Joplin involved. Pieper coming down the back straightaway. Goes to the bottom under Slover. Slover did not see that run coming. Edmund Jones gets him. And Richie gets him too. The engine let go. Take a look at this one from a different angle. AC Pieper. Oh! Dustin just did not see the run coming. And when Richie gets him, you see the black smoke. Does look like his engine held on long enough to get to pit road. Our first caution of the night, and some of the strategies some of these guys had just went out the window. As here they all come to pit road. I have no idea what Hewitt is doing there. Jason Mashad. And Walkowiak wins the race off pit road. See if we can get a word with our leader. Hey Eric, it's Doug in the booth. You got me?
Hey, how's it going?
Well, I have to say, waka waka waka. Man, one heck of an impressive run. Did Bob Ross put some nitrous in that thing tonight?
She's just glued to the track. The foot's hit. I'm just hitting it all on all marks right now.
Man, it has been an impressive run. After starting in 13th, you charged up, took the lead, and if this caution hadn't come out, you were pulling away again. You were one of the fastest trucks on track, even on old tires.
Yeah, no, I was definitely building a gap there. I kind of didn't wish this caution came out. I had a strategy coming, but, you know, I got fresh rubber and just got to let it play out and see if we can build this gap again.
Well, man, one heck of a run, buddy. Good luck.
Thank you, man. Have a good one.
Eric Walkowiak out front, Clay Kirchenbauer in second, Jade Briette in third, Austin Ruskoff in fourth, Colby Whipple in fifth, Richard Cragen, Dustin Slover, Tyler Ott, Vic Brown, and Bradley James round out the top 10. James is back in 10th. Holy cow. Big notes, Ryan McDaniel now up into 11th. Edmund Jones did catch a piece of that. He is now back in 14th. I'm going to have to stop talking about the driver of the 66 truck and go back to calling him that guy. That guy is having a really good run tonight. Let's crank it up and get a little bit loud. Here we go. Green flag back in the air. Crank it up, y'all. All right, Eric Walkowiak out front. Hope you guys enjoy that crank it up. Believe me, if we could have it at every track, we would. I absolutely love it. Eric Walkowiak out front, pulling away from Kirchenbauer. Ruskov now in third. Jade Briette has dropped back into seventh. See if we can see what happened to Jade on the restart. There's Jade back behind in the 99 truck. He was in third on the restart. And it's the same thing problem Clay Kirchenbauer had at the start. He spun the tires and just started to lose ground. I wouldn't count him out yet, though. Walkowiak has pulled out 2/3 of a second on Clay. Really surprised how quickly this pack separated. Bradley James has made his way back to ninth. I don't think he's done charging yet either. That guy up in 11th, up 10 spots. More importantly, him and Brian Hewitt are not close to each other, so no chaos there. Patrick Pieper is still sitting on pit road. Let's see if we can get a word. Patrick, definitely not the start to the night you wanted.
Yeah, that was not the start I wanted at all. There was just a couple little instances there where the car just got away from me. Yeah, no, I had a good little run there on that last bit where I was trying to at least get back on the lead lap. Shot through the middle on Richie and Ed, and then I tried to get by Dustin, those guys on the bottom, but Dustin didn't see me and he moved down, and that's his history.
Yeah, it's definitely been a rough one, but the truck looks to be a handful tonight.
Oh, it's an absolute handful. The only way I was able to do anything that first run was just holding the top and just holding on for dear life, because that seemed like the best way to save tire, but also too, you're really just driving on the edge of burning up the tire the whole time. So I was driving that first run, just listening to the tire. It was going good, and then that pit entry sucked, and yeah, the race went to the trash can after that.
Well, hopefully you can get back out and at least score some points, but man, it's been a wild night.
Yeah, no, I'm done. They said it had too much damage, so I'm just here. I'm rooting on Eric right now. He's on my paint job, so I'm hoping Eric gets his first win tonight.
I hope so, man. Good luck.
All right, thanks, Doug.
There you heard it. Pieper officially out of the race just before the halfway point, but he is cheering on Walkowiak. Eric still holds about 2/3 of a second over Clay. That guy is coming through the field. He's in 8th. Tina, we must be careful cheering for that guy tonight. Jade Briette still back in 7th after losing ground on the start. Vic Brown having a great run tonight in 6th. Colby Whipple in 5th. Vic Brown came into tonight 5th in points. Justin Swafford, the points leader, is not here tonight. Eric Walkowiak has had a rough start to the season. He is back in 19th in points. A win tonight, it would catapult him up. We could see a situation where Bob Ross is way up in the top 10 in points next week. Austin Ruskov also having one heck of a night and one heck of a strategy that is kind of falling apart now. but his strategy did put him up in third, and so far, he's got the speed to hold on. Richard Cragen up 8 spots into fourth now. Just looking at the top 10, quite a bit of the top 10 rather, did not start in the top 10. 3 drivers that started way back, while Kowiak started in 13th. Briette started in 19th. That guy started in 21st. And to see anybody running, Bradley James has come in. That is a surprise. He cannot go from here on fuel. After fighting back, losing ground on lap 14, James had fought his way back into the top 10, but coming to pit road will be a big setback. It is very, very odd seeing somebody pull away from Kirchenbauer on a long run. And Ruskov is looking low. Does he have something for Clay? Cragen back behind is closing in on him. Whipple back holding it in 5th. Vic Brown in 6th. Briette in 7th. That guy in 8th. Andy Wilkinson still holding on to 9th. Remember, Wilkinson had problems earlier on in the race. Tore up the truck, got to pit road, got it fixed, got back out. Vern Spring now up 6 spots into 10th. Tyler Ott up 7 spots into 11th. Ott has been as high as the top 5. Don't count him out yet. Austin Ruskov trying to take second from Clay. Clay has the advantage coming off turn 2 up top. Can Ruskov get it done this time? While Kowiak is loving the battling in his mirror, still couldn't clear. Clay had the momentum. And while Kowiak's lead is growing rapidly, Ruskov did. He could have. Oh, Ruskov gets loose. Ruskov could have gone up, slammed the door on Clay. He knew he was clear. Ruskov getting really, really loose. It looks like Aero loose has become part of the problem here tonight. This time Ruskov sends it deep. Can't quite get it done yet. Meanwhile, Kowiak has pulled out a 3-second lead. Hobie Whipple currently in 5th. As the battle for second goes on, drivers back behind are closing in. Cragen is right there. Whipple is coming. Vic Brown is coming. And they better worry. Jay Briette is one of the fastest trucks right now. He is faster than everybody ahead of him. Andy Wilkinson now in 9th, right on the bumper of the 66 truck. Vern Spring in 10th. Edmund Jones trying to make a comeback after Edmund got involved in that wreck with Pieper. He had to take it in for repairs. He is still fighting. and is now up to 11. Edmund Jones and Tyler Ott, currently the last two on the lead lap. Jason Michaud in 13th is the first truck one lap down. You know he is hoping for a caution. Bradley James has completed his stop and has come back out. That was an extended stop. He took 4 tires and fuel and got some repairs. I don't know how many trucks Bradley's going to end up passing tonight, but wherever he finishes, it's going to be a lot. Meanwhile, Eric Walkowiak just out for a cruise right now. Ruskov in second. Richard Cragen trying to take third. It is very odd to see Clay Kirchner being passed on a long run. Ruskov and Cragen both got by, and now Vic Brown is right there. Whipple right behind him, and don't look now. Jade Briette 1.3 seconds back. Wilkinson also picking up speed here late in the run. Vern Spring back in 10th behind that guy in 9th. Jason Michaud has come to pit road. They are within the fuel window. He may be able to go the distance from here on fuel. This race is definitely getting harder with every lap for these drivers. The air temp now up to 77. The track temp up to 127. Almost 10 degrees. Now it's 126. Almost 10 degrees hotter than when they started. Walkowiak's lead continues to grow over Ruskov. Cragen now in 3rd. Vic Brown to 4th. Clay back to 5th. And he has to contend with Colby Whipple. Jade Briette continuing to close in. Jade continues to be one of the fastest trucks on old tires. Starting to close back in on Ruskov as Whipple is taking 5th from Clay. Clay trying to fight back up top. Manages to hold side by side. Vic Brown battles with Cragen for 3rd. Whipple clears Clay into 5th. Side-by-side battling out of 4 may not at one point could end badly. We have seen how many trucks get squirrely coming out of 4. Bradley James is back on pit road. Let's see, are they doing repairs? Tires are up. He may be getting additional repairs. Walkowiak's lead now 4.5 seconds over Ruskov. They can go as much as another 15 laps on this tank of fuel. This may come down to who the last one on pit road is, and I can promise you, once you see one of the leaders in, you're gonna see the rest of the field. Richie Joplin is out of the race. It looks like Bradley James is retired. Jade Briette back in 7th, continues to reel in Clay Kirchenbauer. Briette currently the fastest truck on track. Austin Ruskov in 2nd, about 4.5 seconds back. Now has to worry about Vic Brown, who's closing in. Jade Briette is on pit road. This will be his final stop. Jade hoping he can get a couple extra. Holy cow. Eric way out of shape. Clay Kirchenbauer is in. They are trying to take advantage for as long as possible with fresh tires. Edmund Jones is in. Walkowiak cannot afford to stay out more than 2 or 3 laps longer than everybody else. Austin Ruskov in 2nd. Now has Vic Brown looking underneath. Vic has the run on the bottom. Austin will have the advantage out of 2. And it doesn't matter. Vic powers off 2 into 2nd. Austin looks back to the bottom in 3rd. Ruskov is coming in. Colby Whipple up to 3rd now. You have to wonder how much longer some of these drivers will stretch. Come in too soon, somebody will beat you with tires. Come in too late, you won't have enough time to make up ground. Andy Wilkinson is in. Whoa! Wilkinson gets a little bit of the grass but saves it. Did he get it down before getting a penalty? Tyler Ott is in. Austin Ruskov is in and has been in. Something has gone wrong for Ruskov. I think Austin may have gotten a penalty. Austin finally on his way out. That guy now on pit road. The top 5 have not come in yet. Colby Whipple is in. Vic Brown also coming in. I'm really surprised to see these guys stretching as far as they are. A bit of a risk. Will it pay off? Jade Briette has made his way back up into 7th, battling with Clay Kirchenbauer. Cragen is in. Wakowiak is in. This will complete the cycle. Clay Kirchenbauer currently scored in 3rd. Wakowiak is rolling. Cragen is rolling. And here comes Clay. He may end up with the lead here. Kirchenbauer to the lead. Jade Briette now to 2nd. Will Wakowiak hold on to 3rd? Remember, Eric now has the freshest tires on track. He comes out way ahead of 4th place Colby Whipple and 5th place Richard Cragen. And what about this run from Jade Briette from 19th to the lead? Two of the new rookies this season, Jade Briette, Eric Wakowiak, have definitely made their voices heard. But neither caution. Caution is out. Dustin Slover involved. This is going to throw everything for another loop. Only our 2nd caution of the night. Slover comes out of turn 4 across Vern's nose. Keep spinning. Almost got her straightened out and going. Just didn't get it pointed the right direction quick enough. Slover is in, Clay is in. Jade Briette stays out, Eric Wakowiak stays out. Colby Whipple stays out, Richard Cragen as well. Edmund Jones, that guy, and Tyler Ott all in. This will definitely help. Well, Jason Michaud actually got the lucky dog on this one. Austin will remain trapped a lap down. So several lead lap trucks came in for 4 fresh tires. Clay Kirchenbauer comes out in 7th. Ryan comes out in 8th. Edmund Jones in 9th. Tyler Ott in 10th. Their tires are only 4 laps newer than the leaders, but with over 20 laps to go, that could still very easily come into play. And two of the rookies up front together, Jade Briette and Eric Walkowiak. Folks, don't forget, tomorrow night, 7:30 Eastern, Hum Motorsports is back. We also have the HTSAI Community Convoy tomorrow. A lot to look forward to. And I have a feeling I'll be working on shorts all day long. What do you say we crank it up one more time? When the pace car dives in, when the green flag flies, I'll shut up, let you guys crank it up and listen to all that horsepower. Here we go. Green is back in the air. Crank it up, y'all. Walkowiak has gotten back to the lead and is pulling away from Briette. Clay Kirchenbauer on fresh tires, already up to 5th. Jade Briette losing ground. Whipple now to 2nd. Jade Briette was one of the drivers earliest to pit road for his final stop. Oh, Whipple, hold on, buddy. Whipple kisses the wall, loses a lot of ground. Kirchenbauer takes advantage. He gets by Whipple, peeks underneath. Jade Briette, he may take it. Briette is in the wall. That little kiss to the wall is devastating. Richard Cragen in 2nd. Jade Briette tries to get back underneath, can't do it. Clay Kirchenbauer currently one of the fastest trucks on the track. Walkowiak has to get as far away as quickly as possible and hope that Cragen will fight Clay for a good long while. Whipple already back to 4th place as Edmund Jones battles with Briette. Oh, Whipple's in the wall again. He checks up and Briette gets checked up. Edmund Jones now to 4th. Vic Brown slips by, takes 5th. Now Vic underneath Edmund. And Whipple is out of control coming out of 4. Folks, that demonstration from Colby is just showing you how to whipple and how to nay-nay. Walkowiak out front only has about 9/10 of a second on Cragen, and Clay Kirchenbauer is closing in on Cragen at the moment. Edmund Jones now up into 4th, Vic Brown in 5th, Whipple back to 6th, Tyler Ott in 7th, Vern Spring in 8th. That guy currently running in 9th, Vern Spring in 10th. That guy powers by as Whipple gets the wall again. Whipple really struggling late in this one, as Cragen now has Clay on his bumper. Clay now peeking underneath Cragen. Cragen has that advantage up on the high line. Might be able to hold him off for a few laps. While Kowiak has to run away while they are battling. Take advantage of every moment. Oh! Cragen way out of shape. Kissed the wall. Clay pulls even. Clay has the truck ahead. Cragen tries to fight back up top, but can't do anything with the fresh tires on Clay's truck. And now Kirchenbauer into second. While Kowiak has an 0.8 of a second lead, Clay has 3-lap fresher tires. While Kowiak has been the fastest truck all night, but Kirchenbauer is coming. Edmund Jones now to fourth. Fastest truck on track last time by as he gains ground on the top three. Clay now just 0.6 of a second back with 15 to go. Clay has just about caught Walkowiak. Eric has been the fastest truck on track all night. But Clay has 3-lap fresher tires, and at places like Atlanta, Darlington, and Rockingham, those 3 laps of fresh rubber make all the difference in the world. Can Walkowiak hold him off? 13 laps to go. Clay trying to go to the high side. Eric moves up to stop the run. Clay goes to the bottom. Clay pulls ahead as they come out of 4. Eric bobbles, doesn't lift. At the line, Clay leads. Walkowiak sends it deep into 1. It's not enough. Clay Kirchenbauer takes the lead. If Clay can pull off the win here tonight, it would be the earliest he has ever won in a season. Walkowiak is not letting him get away. Cragen and Edmund closing in. Edmund has a run underneath Richard. Edmund shoots down to the bottom. Cragen way up the track. Almost in the loose stuff. Edmund takes third. Ten laps to go. Who's it gonna be? Edmund Jones is closing in on the top 2. Clay has started to pull away from Eric. Edmund back in third, reeling them both in. Vic Brown now looks underneath Cragen for 4th. Tyler Ott in 6th, closing in on that battle, as is the guy in 7th. Vern Spring in 8th, Jason Michaud in 9th, Jade Briette has came back up into the top 10. We saw Whipple struggling after one heck of a fight tonight, but after that last caution, I don't think they matched his tires very well. That truck has been a mess. 8 laps to go. Clay's lead 7/10 of a second. Edmund 7/10 behind Walkowiak. Vic Brown and Richard Cragen continue to battle for 4th. Tyler Ott is about to their bumpers. Vern Spring back in 8th. Michon in 9th. Briette in 10th. Whipple in 11th. Austin Ruskoff. Man, what a heartbreak for Austin. Clay starting to pull away even more, 1.1 seconds. Coming to 6 to go, Edmund Jones has caught Walkowiak. Vic Brown now into 4th, Cragen back to 5th. Tyler Ott in 6th, trying to take 5th from Cragen. As Edmund has caught Walkowiak. And Kirchenbauer just continues to pull away. Edmund will have the... Oh, Edmund gets the wall in 2. Eric loved seeing that in his mirror. He gets a few moments of breathing room. Clay pulls out to almost a 2-second lead. Did Edmund... Oh, Edmund's in the wall again. Eric opens up the gap. Vic Brown is coming quickly. Edmund had made a huge charge up to the top 3. Does that truck have problems that will slow him down, or can he fight back? Clay out to a 2-second lead. 3 laps to go at Atlanta. Eric sits in 2nd. Edmund in 3rd is starting to close, but not as fast as before. Vic Brown back in 4th may come into play. He is 8/10 back. Two laps to go for Clay Kirchenbauer. Eric still holds 2nd, but Edmund is right there. I don't think he's going to have an easy time getting past. And here we go, out of turn 4, white flag flies one more time around for Clay Kirchenbauer. Eric Walkowiak in 2nd, Edmund Jones in 3rd. Clay qualified on the pole, and then immediately after the start of the race, dropped outside of the top 10. He has fought back non-stop, and with brilliant strategy got himself to the front, and Clay Kirchenbauer wins at Atlanta. Well, Kowiak comes home in second, his first podium in C12 history. And Edmund Jones pulls off third. And what a great run. Ryan McDaniel comes home in eighth, and more importantly, in one piece. Let's talk to our top three, starting with Edmund. Edmund, you were aware there's a wall outside of turn 2, right?
You know, I think there isn't a single spot on this track that I haven't hit. So, to even be talking to you is an accomplishment that I did not think was possible tonight.
Well, I have to say that early race incident sent you way, way back, but strategy and speed got you back on the podium.
Yeah, just taking tires when no one else did. You know, that's the reason I was able to get around most guys. And then I stepped on my foot again with Eric and had a chance at second. I wasn't going to get to Clay. There wasn't enough time, but had a chance at second. And story of the night, stepping on my own feet.
Well, it does happen, but you made it all back, came home in third. Great job.
Hey, thanks, Doug.
Eric Walkowiak comes home in second. Man, that last caution hadn't come out. You had this thing licked.
Oh, I know. And I made the mistake of thinking that, you know, I just put on the new tires. I didn't even really get up to speed with them, but Clay just 2 laps fresher and 1 less heat cycle, and Clay had it. But he put on. He caught me. He got it, but that was a heck of a race.
It definitely was, and I believe this is your first podium in C12 too, so an awesome night.
Actually, my second, Doug. I got my first one, third last season. Now I got my second. Next time I'm on the podium, you're going to see me in first place.
I hope so, man. I was cheering you on. One heck of a run. Congrats, buddy.
Thank you, man. Have a good night.
And finally, our winner for the first time this early in the season, Clay, it is week 4 of the season. What are you doing in Victory Lane, buddy?
Oh, making up for lost time, I guess.
Man,
that was...
I realized with about 10-15 to go, when you took the lead and started pulling away, this was the earliest you've ever won in a season.
Yeah, you're probably right. I'll take it though. That last pit stop there kind of saved me. Eric, he had us covered tonight. I'm telling you, we got on equal tires of that run before and just walked away from us, and I burnt my stuff up real bad. Fell back to about 5th, just trying to catch him. And clean air was so important. It was really aero tight behind people, and so I knew my only chance at all was to take tires, and then when I saw no one else come with me, I knew I just had to not screw up there the last 30 laps.
Oh man, it definitely worked out. That was one heck of a charge from behind, and I have to say, given the way your early race went, I didn't think we'd be talking tonight, buddy. Congratulations, you earned that one.
Appreciate it, Doug. I'm ready for bed. That was exhausting.
Get some rest, man.
Have a good night. Thanks.
I imagine all the drivers are worn out tonight, but folks, what a race it was. Make sure you're following on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and especially YouTube. Go watch some YouTube shorts tonight. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Great run tonight, Ryan. Congrats, buddy. Thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. Hope you guys had as much fun as we did. It's been one heck of a night. Have a good one, everybody.